Yo, what's up, everybody? You here with the Black Intellectual? I'm here to talk about the D.E.I rollback that seems to keep happening. At the end of 2024, it seemed like Walmart was the first to announce this D.E.I rollback, and this D.E.I initiative was going out the way. And Black people's response to that was just boycott Walmart. And remember how I felt about that? I said it's a dumb idea because it ain't gonna hurt Walmart in any way, shape, or form. I go into Walmart still, and it's full of people in that motherfucker. Black people be in there. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't hurting Walmart. Black people, we're not a large demographic of the country. 13% is not that big of a dent in stores' pockets when the country has all these other demographics that don't care about the DEI program. Now, there are people in those other races that do, but not the majority. And recently, Mark Zuckerberg just announced that Meta is getting rid of the DEI initiative program, which was Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and I think some other things under him. And they're getting rid of the DEI program too because it just doesn't really make sense in my opinion. I'm not even, coming from some Republican Trump stance or anything like that. I just don't think black people need it. We really don't need it. We really don't need it, y'all. And it sounds, a little intimidating, but now it's time for us to nut up or shut up. It's time to put when our backs are against the wall. I humbly believe this is when we do the best. So let me see. So we had Instagram. Oh yeah, McDonald's also. McDonald's is another one. I didn't even think McDonald's really had a DEI program, but I mean, they go where the money go. Man, with Trump entering the White House, all this progressivism that's been going a little too far, the DEI programs, all that stuff's going out the door because the companies go where the money go. And also, if I had to be completely honest with you, they probably really didn't want to do the DEI initiative in the first place because it just is it's already affirmative action. Dropping affirmative action from colleges, even though I really don't care for that either because I would want black kids to get into college on their own merits, which would force them to do what they have to do from the beginning. I'm not saying take anything away from black kids, and obviously DEI and affirmative action doesn't just affect black kids or black people in general, but now this is a call to action. Maybe black people, we can stop asking this country that doesn't want to do anything for us to do stuff for us. Man, we can do it for ourselves. I see this as a good thing. And I know my boy Eric Bell, I believe last year did a video on Project 2025 saying he would it because he got the same opinion I do. I think when black people's backs are against the wall, that's when we do the best. That's when we're the strongest. So I'm honestly with it. I'm with the whole rollbacks and all these other things happening because now we can kind of not say get people in the door that deserve it, but the playing field might be a little more leveled. I could be being naive. I can admit that. But I don't think DEI is as important as people think it is. Yes, is a diverse work environment beneficial? Yeah, absolutely. It also does, in my opinion, help people kind of understand each other a little better because you work in an environment with people who are different races. Some people just won't talk to each other. Some people will. Y'all find out, what, this person ain't so bad. And I do think that it is beneficial in that regard, right? I don't think it's beneficial when it's just we have to have a black person here, so we're just hiring a black person. Or we have to have an Indian person here, so we're just hiring an Indian person. You know what I'm saying? Like, hire that person because they genuinely interviewed well, they could perform well, and they might have the good experience. Or if you're looking for a new up and coming person, you think this person can be a big deal, then yeah, you'd want to hire that young and upcoming person because you think they can become something special, and you would definitely want that person's name under your belt. But I don't think it's wise to just be like, this person's Asian, we got to hire him. because they could be the worst worker in the world. So it's interesting that Mark Zuckerberg and McDonald's and some other companies, I'm pretty sure we won't be surprised in the coming months if more companies drop the diversity, equity, and inclusion program, because it just doesn't really benefit for them to spend money on that one program that doesn't do that much of a difference anyway. They already have affirmative action. DEI just feels like a militarized version of it. So they're dropping it because they think that's the least important. And also, according to Mark Zuckerberg, he wants to bring back this community thread where people can just, say what they want, but friendlier. So he claims. Wants to get rid of the political aspect of Facebook and threads and kind of make it a community where people can express their opinions. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything inherently bad about it, but we got to sit here and say, excuse me, I'm not going to sit here and say that this current election doesn't have something to do with it. Maybe it was always his plan, but let's be real. Let's be realist here for a minute. Is because of the election. Like Donald Trump getting in does have something to do with it. And maybe these companies were waiting for something like that so they could finally say, thank God we can get rid of this program. Because let's be honest, I don't think diversity, equity, inclusion is as beneficial to these companies in their eyes as people who support it thinks it is. Now, does this necessarily mean black people aren't going to get jobs? I really don't believe that's the case. But is this a guarantee that black people can stop depending on the country? Yeah, I think black people have finally realized, and it took, this election to make this happen. Even if, God forbid, Kamala Harris would have won the election, this would have just been probably none of this stuff would probably be happening. As far as black people saying we got to band together in Project 2025 for black people wouldn't have happened. So there's a silver lining in Kamala Harris losing the election. So, in my opinion, the DEI rollback seemed to be a big thing for black people to enhance an actual community mindset and just put our pride aside and just, go on ahead forward, build our own stuff, hire our own people, and build our kids up so we can solve a lot of these generational problems we've had. I'm just saying, there seems to be something, just silver lining in this, even if it doesn't seem like there is one. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's it. That's all. You tuned in with the Black Intellectual, y'all. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe.